Yep, we're on this tract of land here, and it's about 2,500 acres. They mine it for the sand and the dirt, and there's a big master plan for it, but the property owner wants the coyotes out of here. He actually is a big deer hunter, and they're trying to improve the deer herd here. So we've been here for about 3 years now. I'm very pleased he invites me back all the time, and we're trying to help him out, and he's helping us out by letting us trap here. So, and he has seen a difference in the deer population here too. So that's part of the reason right there. So we're gonna we trap for the live market here. So we're gonna put a noose pole on him and put him in the box, and down the road we go.
Something a little different here that we're doing. So we're going to check out what he does with the live market. Puts a couple extra dollars in your pocket too. Because the dog trainers and stuff like that, they give you a pretty decent penny for them.
Yeah, right now the live market is about $75 for a coyote, as long as he doesn't have any foot damage.
So right.
Yeah.
Right. As long as it doesn't
have
no cuts or...
And you know, if it was up north, you got to dispatch them and skin them, flesh them, and dry them, and what are you getting? 10, 12, 15 bucks for them. So it's a win-win. So we're gonna get him out of that trap and put him in the box.
Mark, that was a dirt hole?
That was a dirt hole, yes. Yeah. And that's where, well, the surveyor was parked right there, and I got another set there. A lot of times after you put that noose on them,
they cower right down.
Yeah, there's nothing to them. He does have a little foot damage. It's actually not my trap of choice, but walk him over to the box.
Yeah, let's show here.
And we just stuff him in the box.
Make sure he doesn't come out after you. I see one of them on YouTube one time. The guy was putting a cat in one of the cages, and it come back out, went right up his shoulder and up and over.
With cats, you got to be careful. There's guys who trap them, and they leave their truck door open, and they release them. Cat goes right in the truck. Then you got a problem.
Yeah, you do.
But for the most part, once you get them in the box, I've actually had 4 coyotes in this little box. They just sit in the back there and just, you know, they just mind their own business.
Now, we're here in South Carolina. Do you have, I mean, is there any really difference from the sets like when you were in New York, or I'm in Pennsylvania, or up in Maine?
The landscape down here is different. I mean, everything is flat. We're only, well, we're actually in Myrtle Beach, but Myrtle Beach, the beach part, is only about 7 miles down the road. It's very flat down here. It's very sandy. We do get frost down here. It does get cold. I think right now it's probably about 34 degrees. I think it was 26 this morning. So we have to antifreeze our traps too. It's location, location, location.
Yeah. That's now. Will another coyote go in that circle? Will you be able to set that again, or do you have to, like, up north? Like, do we have to set off to the side? I mean, it's not that you won't catch one, but I get a lot of refusals up north anyway.
Yes, I mean, if I reset that right in the in that catch circle, can you catch them? Yeah, but the odds are better if you're going to make a set right on the outside.
Yep.
As you can see, I usually use a Bridger fully laminated 4-coiled. This is 4-coiled, doesn't have the lamination, but I did have a little foot damage. So that was probably part of my error. I probably should have just put a modified trap there with the laminations. And one thing, talking about the north and the south, it's very sandy down here. Up north, you know, the snow tells the whole story. You watch the track, see what they're doing. Here in the sand, it's almost identical. You can see, I don't know if I actually can see where he came in, but the sand holds the tracks and you can see it, but it gets very windy down here too, so you can see tracks for 2-3 days. Yeah.
That's where he came in at.
He approached right here.
Yeah, right there, yeah.
And I mean, if we can see this the haul road where they're hauling out, and they haven't been here this year. So that coyote, he was probably coming down this way. I have another set right over here, we'll see. But yesterday and the day before when I got here, there were surveyors here. So, I mean, they parked the truck right here. They were here for 2 days, so, I mean, this coyote did come through, so. That's that. So we're gonna move on to the next sets and see what happens.
Yeah.
All right, we're here at a set. We had a possum in this set yesterday. This was a dirt haul, and I turned it into just a little walk-through set, which is, I mean, they're deadly sets too. That smells all like possum. The coyotes. And there's a lot of coyotes in this immediate area here. Not too many red or gray fox, but they'll have a tendency to walk right down through the middle there. What I did was I put a little bit of lure on the side there, and then on the opposite side, a little bit of lure there, just a dab of lure. And they'll have a tendency to walk right through the middle there. I'm sure there's still some bait there and smell from the original set, so it's curiosity. They want to go through there. They smell that yesterday was a possum. They smell it. They know something happened here.
Yeah. That's why I try to strive, tell everybody that everything about coyotes is all about curiosity.
Yeah.
I mean, everything.
Yeah. This is actually the same property we're still on from earlier, and they cleared this out for deer hunting. You can see there's a tree stand in the back there, and back off to the right here, there's a new road cut in here. So we went into this area blind, but if you can see right here, I put a set in. I just cut a set into the bank. See what's coming down this little road here probably goes for about another half mile, and then everything, you got a irrigation ditch on the right hand side here, so they'll have a tendency to travel this way, but we haven't seen a track here in I think 3 days now, so it's a waiting game. Just be patient. Sooner or later they'll come by. Ready, Tony? This is where we just had that catch on that coyote. I'm going to put another set in right here. Going to be like a flat set. I'm just going to bury the trap there. Sometimes the coyotes will refuse to go in there, but we're gonna catch them right on the outskirts of the catch circle. Very hard dirt here. It's compacted, so they mine the dirt and then they fill it in. We'll cut out a trap bed just about as big as the trap. Got an MB 550 2-coiler. That's all we're gonna need. Some night latch, ready to go. These duckbill earth anchors. They seem to do very well for us, so we'll pound this in the ground.
Well, it is a little harder than what I would think for being sand.
It's compact dirt. We probably could have used a 12-inch anchor here, but we got a 15. Hardest part of the job right now. Out a little bit. Place for our chain to be. Bed the trap. So there's absolutely no wobble in it. That's one of the most important things. Still got a little wobble. Pack some underneath the levers. No wobble. Sift some dirt.
No pan cover.
I do not use pan covers.
I don't either.
If you do some pre-season work on your traps, you won't need pan covers. This trap was here yesterday and the day before. I think we got over 1.5 inches of rain, and as you can see, that trap we just got that coyote in, there'll never be enough material that goes underneath that pan to prevent it from firing. So if you want to use pan covers, go ahead, but
And yeah, a lot of the stuff is preference.
yeah. I just go side to side, expose my pan, pack it down nice and firm. Put another little covering. And what I'll do is I'll just sweep it in a little bit. I won't use any of that dirt. All right. That dirt all smells like that coyote.
Yep.
So stay with the, if you want to call it fresh dirt, the dirt that doesn't have that smell.